If you are looking to fight against a literal god, explore a new massive area, and go into debt trying to pull for 2 new amazing looking characters, with one of them having the eyes to make you break your own morals, then prepare for 1.1. 1.1 will be dropping on the 28th of June, and I'll be going through what's already been confirmed for the update and what else to expect so you can either prepare or look forward to it when the patch drops. Just before we jump right into it, would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel for more WutheringWaves content and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. As for the 5-star resonators in 1.1, it has been confirmed for it to be Jinhsi, which is dropping first, and Changli, that is dropping second. Now, I am aware of the leaks regarding these two characters, but I won't discuss them since there's just multiple kit variations floating around due to different translations. And also, it's still very early, so they are likely to go through a few changes. However, I do want to go over their elements as I kinda hit the nail on the head in my speculation video. Jinhsi will be a Spectral character due to her link with Jiyan and is exactly what we need since Rover and Verina are the only Spectral characters we have in the game. So Jinhsi will be a great addition to the Spectral element and I believe will be a lot more powerful than I initially expected her to be. Reason for it would be due to Jiyan and I'll explain why in just a second. Changli will be a fusion character as her design does match the element and also will mean she could possibly have great synergy with Encore. Encore is just missing that key fusion sub DPS / support, and Changli may just be the one to fit that role. Comparing Jinhsi and Changli to Jiyan and Yinlin, I believe Jinhsi is going to be similar to Jiyan being the powerhouse of the two, and Changli will be similar to Yinlin being a strong hybrid with the chance to have a lot more longevity. They both do look amazing, but Changli's design takes the cake for me, so I'll be saving for her personally. Now, why do I think Jinhsi is going to be broken? Well, a Jiyan boss fight was confirmed from the official dev announcement that dropped a few weeks ago. Jiyan is a literal god in WutheringWaves as he's a sentinel, so I would expect nothing less than this to be the main fight / event in 1.1, just like the battle with Dreamless in 1.0. After the boss fight with Dreamless, we were able to pick up the Dreamless Echo, which is the best echo in the game by far. We all know that a massive reason why Havoc Rover is as great as they are is due to enabling Dreamless to deal 50% more damage when Havoc Rover pops the Resonance Liberation. The Dreamless Echo is perfect from the insane burst damage they deal, being able to animation cancel while still receiving the full effects of the Echo skill and being so easy to farm in comparison to every other Echo in the game. All you would do is enter Dreamless's domain and beat them on the easiest level for an Echo to drop, and beating them on the easiest level doesn't affect your rates for the Gold Echo at all. Essentially, you are able to farm this domain with no cooldowns and stack up on a ton of Dreamless Echoes very quick. The reason why I am mentioning all of this is because this is what I am expecting from Jiyan in 1.1. I can guarantee you that Jiyan will be the next Calamity level weekly boss, and will potentially drop a broken Echo on the same level or even maybe better than Dreamless. I also believe Jiyan will be Spectral given he's a god and Spectral is linked to light, and on top of that is likely gonna hit like a truck. This would mean the possibility to play 44111 on your Spectral Echo set would be available too, as you could run Jiyan with the Morning Ikes as your full cost Echoes. Now, similar to Rover being able to enhance Dreamless's damage, Jinhsi will possibly be able to do the same for Jiyan as they are linked in the story, and is the reason why Jinhsi is likely going to be a powerful character. Havoc Rover and Dreamless are the only character and Echo duo currently that will benefit you from having them together. So for certain characters that have connections with Echoes in the story, will likely have an extra effect when you pair them up together, and Jinhsi with Jiyan would be the perfect next duo. So it could just be the same effect as Havoc Rover where Jiyan would deal 50% more damage once Jinhsi pops her Resonance Liberation, or it could be slightly different, maybe being the Resonance skill. So just like with Havoc Rover being an insane DPS character paired with Dreamless, it would be fair to expect Jinhsi to be just as insane or possibly be stronger with Jiyan as she is an exclusive character. So with that considered, Jinhsi is looking to be a powerhouse of a character, and if Jiyan is just as easy to farm as Dreamless, it would make it even better. Now there is the combo with both Havoc Rover and Danjin running a Dreamless Echo each. So depending on Jiyan, Spectral Rover could be making a return, as there are only 2 Spectral DPS characters being Jinhsi and Spectral Rover. So a similar combo with 2 Jiyan Echoes is also a possibility. It does seem like a long shot, but we will be able to see once we are closer to 1.1 or when we receive more information on Jiyan's potential Echo. Along with the 2 new 5 stars, a Jiyan boss fight, a new area was also confirmed being Mount Firmament, which is where we are expected to fight Jiyan in the story, as it was mentioned in the final part of the story, and it would only make sense given it will be the new area. Now with a whole new area, I would definitely expect there to be new echoes to collect and possibly new craftable weapons and items. It's obvious we will receive a lot more rewards and side quests from this area, and if the vibe is similar to Dragonspine from Genshin, we are in for an amazing update. New echoes would be huge since there's a possibility of new sets to be introduced to the game. We currently do have an echo set for each element, so I would expect new non-element bound echo sets to drop. So they would be similar to the Lingering Tunes echo set, providing a ton of attack, and Moon and Clouds providing energy and being more for a support character. Since the game is still quite new, the new echo sets could be really anything from a Resonance Liberation dedicated set or even a set that increases HP for HP scaling DPS characters in the future. However, I do think it's still a bit early for new echo sets to be dropping in the game, since I'm sure a lot of you are still grinding to obtain your first few solid sets for your characters. So I believe it's more likely that new enemies will release and will be added to the current echo sets we already have. So Electro and Fusion may receive a few new 1-cost echoes, with Havoc and Spectro having a new 3-cost echo, and so on. For casuals that don't clear every 1-cost and 3-cost echo for a specific element, this wouldn't be too big of a deal. But for players that do, it would help acquire that golden piece you are after much sooner. New weapons is also something to definitely expect from the new area in 1.1, as there are lots of different weapon variations we are still missing, such as a Rectifier with a crit damage main stat, a one-handed sword other than the 5-star one that provides crit rate, or just one that provides crit damage. We do already have some good craftable weapons, but they only provide either energy regen or attack percent as the main stat. So it's fair to expect some craftable weapons to drop in 1.1, and very similar to Dragonspine in Genshin, could require materials from the new area to craft them. So I am expecting some great stuff from Mount Firmament, ranging from new echoes and hopefully some above average craftable weapons. In regards to echo development in 1.1, there have been a few things confirmed from the devs in their official announcement. One being they will adjust echo development to require less shell credits, which is a win for every player since credits are just so easily burned through. Also, the yield of echo and echo development materials will be increased. They clearly understand the issue with echoes being too grindy and materials such as tuners and echo XP being very difficult to acquire. So if they are able to provide us with new ways to acquire more echoes without having to hunt them down or through tacit fields that take too much stamina, along with more ways to obtain echo XP such as maybe introducing it to simulation challenges, it would definitely be the best part of the update. The final thing to look forward to is Rover becoming even stronger. I would say it's pretty much guaranteed we will be receiving additional sequence nodes for Rover within 1.1, as we have received them through the main story. Havoc Rover is already an insane DPS character, so for them to just get stronger with update to update is a massive reason why everyone should invest in Rover. Spectro Rover is also a good character, but Havoc Rover is just superior, since Spectro Rover is more of a balanced character and Havoc Rover is a powerful DPS character, especially with Dreamless. Spectro Rover currently sits at S4 and Havoc Rover at S2, so I would expect at least one sequence node for each element, or two if they are generous. Spectro Rover's S5 would be a huge DPS buff since their Resonance Liberation damage bonus is increased by 40%. Spectro Rover's Liberation is already on the harder hitting side with a 440% damage multiplier at level 1, so S5 would make Spectro Rover's Liberation hit even harder. If we do receive S6, Spectro Rover may shape up to be a strong partner with Jinhsi, since S6 can reduce Spectro damage resistance on an enemy by 10% after Rover uses their skill for 20 seconds. So Mono Spectro could be a strong team to run, with Jinhsi being the main DPS, Spectro Rover being the sub DPS, and Verina as the support. However, Havoc Rover's sequence nodes are kinda what I am looking forward to more between the two. At S3, Havoc Rover restores HP equal to 10% of total lost HP through enhanced basic attack hits, so this would allow for more survivability with Rover and less of a reason to run a healer in the third slot. So Jianxin would work even better with Havoc Rover, as she provides a small amount of healing through her forte circuit and would allow Rover's Liberation to hit a ton harder through her outro skill. If we are lucky enough to acquire S4 for Havoc Rover, their heavy attacks and Resonance Liberation will inflict enemies with a 10% Havoc resistance shred for 20 seconds, which allows them to deal a lot more damage and for Dreamless to cleave through enemies a lot more easily. So Rover mains are especially going to be looking forward to 1.1. So to summarize, 2 new 5 stars with top tier designs and kits potentially, the WutheringWaves version of Dragonspine, new echoes and echo development changes, potentially more craftable weapons and Rover becoming even stronger through more free sequence nodes. 1.1 is looking amazing already and I can't wait to pull for Changli so she can join Yinlin in dominating me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel for more WutheringWaves content and drop a like. Also drop a comment on what you are looking forward to the most and what else are you expecting from 1.1. And yeah, hope to catch you guys later.